Hi there. I am Jennifer Elizabeth Masters, and I am a soul sculptor. You know, a long time ago, I was riddled with fear. I had intense anxiety, insomnia, fibromyalgia, depression, sinus infections, bladder infections, you name it, I had it all. I was so riddled with guilt and shame, and I just lived in suffering and misery. I had body pain throughout my entire body. Fast forward 35 years, and on the other side of all the trauma, pain, and suffering, looking back, that didn't even seem like me. I'm so totally different. My clients tell me how calm I am. I used to be a nervous wreck. I was riddled with guilt and shame, and I was fragmented and scattered, and had such low self-esteem that, you know, I was just afraid that whoever would come into the room would just hate me. And I had trouble with relationships and trouble with work. I had so many different troubles. So what did I do that changed everything for me? And it is what I teach today. It is one of my favorite things to teach. And that is, it's life mastery, absolutely, but the bottom line is self-love. Excuse me 1 second while I quiet my little doggy. So I'm going to have to throw a ball. We just got to the beach and the sun is setting here. So self-love. A lot of people think they love themselves. Well, how can you tell? Well, if you have health issues, if you have money issues, if you have relationship issues, like serious relationship issues, if you keep attracting the same type of person over and over again, if you have had addiction issues in the past or sugar addictions now, if you've got health issues, pain in your body, if you had trauma in your childhood, all of those things can lead to self-hatred. So feeling guilt and shame, all of those things are associated with self-hatred. And when we stop hating ourselves, and it's all unconscious, it's beneath the surface, but how can you tell when you've shifted? Well, life becomes easier. Instead of living in a nightmare, a horror show, being jealous of everyone, life just becomes easier. People can see the radiance within you, because love comes from within and radiates outward. So when you get to that point, awakening happens, self-realization happens, health happens. You know, when I realized I wasn't depressed anymore, I was kind of incredulous, because I didn't take pills, I didn't take medication, and it just disappeared. So this is for anyone that would like a better life, a life of ease, a life of grace, a life without suffering. So what's the first thing that you can do that leads to joy? Well, the first thing that you can do is sit quietly and talk to yourself. Ask yourself, what can I do differently? What can I say to myself that's different than what I have been telling myself over the years? There are some key phrases that you might notice. 1, I should. When we use the word I should, then what we're doing is we're actually putting ourselves in a place of feeling regret and shame. So it's take that word out of your vocabulary. Find a way to be okay with what is. Find a way to tell yourself I love you. Stand in front of the mirror and just look yourself in the eyes And in that mirror, looking at yourself in the mirror, eye to eye, heart to heart, with your own reflection, I love you. And for a lot of people, it feels foreign. It feels weird in the body, but what I'll tell you is your body will thank you. Your body loves being loved. You will love being loved. And instead of doing what I did for so many years, I was constantly looking outside of myself for love. I was looking outside of myself for validation. And all of that can come from within. I have all kinds of free resources on my website, jenniferelizabethmasters.com. Self-love is the key to mastery. It is the key to the end of suffering. It is the key to enlightenment. It is the key to the new world. That when all of us love ourselves, we're going to all be healthy and vibrant and fully alive. And each of us is doing the world a service by loving ourselves. So that's how you change the world. How do you change the world? One person at a time. You loving you. And why? Because you're worth it. So there are a couple of things, a couple of tips I can give you. Since it's today, it's Tip Tuesday. Number one, you already are enough. There's nothing to do. There's nothing that you need to regret. Lots of things that we're going to let go of. We'll talk about that in another video. But you are enough. So saying the words, I am enough. When we say that, we feel it. So just close your eyes just for a moment. Turn your palms up. I am enough. And I've got one more thing for you. The next time someone tells you that you're beautiful, say thank you. When we're able to receive compliments without going, oh, I used to do that too. Receive it. It is love coming back to you. So you already are enough. You already are loved. And now show the world by loving you. Stand in front of the mirror every day and tell yourself how much you love you. And watch the way your world changes. I'm Jennifer Elizabeth Masters. I hope you have enjoyed these tips to end suffering. Thanks for watching.